we are good to go. I like the matching portraits for the High Inquisitors. Makes it a lot easier for me to tell who's on what team. We are now joining in for the second game. High Inquisitors versus Team Orange. High Inquisitors already taken one win so far, so Team Orange has to get the win here if they want to stay into the tournament. If they lose here, then the High Inquisitors will go forward to our round robin section of the tournament, and Team Orange will get a much earned break from the game, at least for today. First ban, Joanna. Second ban, Li Ming. My guess is we'll probably see a tank or a healer ban. Usually those are prioritized first, but we'll see. Li Ming was not in the last game, and Joanna, you know, the portion of the game that I saw was so short, I'm trying to remember if Joanna was in the last game. I remember that there was a big flamey noodle, and there was a sneaky elf lady. I don't remember if Joanna was in it. Hey, my mind's going. That's all right. I don't have to remember. My mom still loves me. Garrosh is the second tank ban. Looks like Team Orange just doesn't want to they feel very strongly about the tanks that they ban. High Inquisitor is now able to make a ban. And they pick Muradin. So who would be the most common tank after that? Well, he picked it so fast, you didn't get to let me finish my joke. I was going to say, it's probably going to be Diablo, and indeed, Diablo gets picked. Vala comes out, played by Killer Fairy. Killer Fairy, of course, I think that is Killer Fairy's main, or at least one of her top 3. Striker Killer, taking Rhaegar. And Darth Raven and Saturn. Actually, anybody can pick. Red team picking the next 2 heroes. Brightwing, picked by Saturn, very strong healer. And Hanzo, that is delightful. If there's ever, you know, I felt more confident going into that sentence. I just want to say I really like Hanzo. I think he's really fun to play. He's one of the trickiest heroes in the game given how squishy he is, and I've tried to play him a lot recently. It's not going well. But I think my win rate's maybe 40%, but that's quick match, so maybe that's to be expected. Blue team banning Jaina, who was in the last game and was able to put out a whole lot of damage, so that's a pretty smart ban. Shadow Shayla and Turtle Soup are the last pickers here over on the Team Orange side. And we get the Anubarak ban. I don't think that's a hero that the High Inquisitors played. But Pina Colada and Skin Maniac and Sosa are all still left to pick. We know that Pina Colada is normally a tank player, so that's 3 options that he won't be able to take. So he picks ETC, a very fun choice. The extremely tired Cactus. Dahaka, played by Pina Colada, also a very strong pick. He's one of the top bans just because of his enormous amount of lane pressure and versatility. That and getting hit by his tongue is just so mean. Last 2 heroes being picked by the Orange team. 5 seconds to go. And they pick Orphea and Gazlo. Orphea, really good pick against this melee-heavy team, both with Rhaegar. With Rhaegar being a melee hero, she'll have 3 pretty easy targets to hit with Orphea, so I think that's a pretty strong pick. And then Gazlo, not a hero we've seen yet today, and I'm excited to see what he could do. Gazlo is annoying. What else can I say? He's annoying. He's a good hero. I don't fault anyone for playing him. I didn't mean to make that sound negative. And then finally, we get the Lily pick for the High Inquisitors, which is really fun. Lily just received a buff in the last patch. I think that her 1,000 jugs got slightly better. The healing per jug is a little bit higher than it was just a couple weeks ago. So it's fun to see people bringing in a different healer. Although now that I look at it, that's 2 healers. So I don't know. I think that they might just be having fun with this, and that's exactly the point of the whole game. Or they might have some devious ultimate strategy in mind. I'm excited to see. Hanzo's pretty good damage, and Orpheus pretty good damage. Gazlo can set up a lot of good situations. So like a Gazlo ult and an Orphea ult combo together can provide 2 seconds of straight CC in which all the squishy characters lose all of their health. So that is a potentially good counter against Lily and maybe even Rhaegar. If they can't move, they can't heal. We'll find out. All right, Darth Revan playing Hanzo, Turtle Soup playing Gazlo, Shadow Sheila on Orphea, Saturn playing Brightwing, and Luxibo playing Diablo. Meanwhile, over with the High Inquisitors, we have Souza on Dahaka, Strike Aquila on, they're kind of merging together. I think that's Rhaegar, and then Skin Maniac playing Lily and Pina Colada playing ETC. We get a notification there's no delay on stream. I'm going to leave my screen right here. Again, I'm not a Twitch streamer, but I will look and see if there's a way I can put a delay on it. I realize that means for those of you watching, you might have to wait 30 seconds or so to see anything, but I'll see if there's a way to do it. I'm going to leave my camera right here. Be right back. I have to consult the Google. I'll do my best to keep my camera on here so that you can see the game as it goes. Diablo taking a lot of damage. Looks like that's going to be the first kill of the game. Indeed it is. Of course, I trust these players not to cheat, but of course it's good to take measures. Okay, file settings advanced. Hanzo taken out by a rotate from the High Inquisitors. Again, I'm still working on the stream delay, so I apologize if I don't do much commentary here in a moment, here in the next minute or so.
Terminal online. Take control of it to pilot the mech.
kill on that Dahaka, who's normally able to get away from situations like that, but they did have just enough damage to make it work.
To its limits. Well done.
Well, I turned on a mode called latency mode. I don't know if that's exactly it, but it changes my ability to interact with users, and I thought there would be like a slider that shows me how long I want the delay to be, because probably we'd want a 30-second delay on things, just in case. Again, I don't think that the players would have any inclination towards cheating, but I think it's probably the kind of thing I'll have to fix before the next game. I'll look into it and make sure it's all set up right. I don't want to miss any more details of this game. So we have the High Inquisitors ahead by 10. Sorry, not by 10, but they had that. Well, that's not even true anymore. Oh my gosh, look at that Orpheus ult! She gets every single one. I mean, except one, but 4 is not that bad from an Orpheus perspective. That's living the dream, and she manages to take out, oh my goodness, both ETC, Lily, and Rhaegar all go down in that fight. Team Orange, not out of this. They're putting up a strong showing here against the High Inquisitors, and that's exactly what we love to see. Dahaka also taking a fall. And so, just as they should be doing, they're taking this opportunity to put as much damage into the fort as they can. Here are the talents below. I'm curious about Hanzo's build. I'm always interested in what Hanzo does. So this one is a target practice build. He has to hit every enemy hero 3 times to max out this quest with his Q. So if you just watch him, sometimes it's kind of fun, because you can see exactly what he's trying to do. Yep. He's good. He's going to try and hit somebody else here in a sec. Yep, it's off cooldown. Can you get someone? Yep, he did. So at the moment, he's at 4 out of 5, which is really pretty good. ETC coming out with the ult, keeps Brightwing stunned. Is it going to be enough? Brightwing managing to blink out, no problem. And a stun from Gazlo managing to keep them off. The Orphea ult! Oh my gosh, she nearly died and instead took 2 kills. Of course, she died for it later, but hey, 2 to 1? I think she'll take it. I think she'll take it. Also, Brightwing going down, which means they don't have any healers. Of course, the High Inquisitors have healers to spare. And Diablo almost dying. Oh, he goes back in. He might have gotten out, but I don't know. That probably was the right choice. I'm not sure against the High Inquisitors, who would have had much a chance of escaping with just 100 health. Objective coming up north. And the Team Orange has actually the advantage in this game. It is 9 to 8 kills, but they just have a slight lane advantage. And there we go. But the High Inquisitors managing to pick up the extra healing. They don't really need it. They have 2 healers, but hey, what's another method of healing? They managed to take out the enemy team's Diablo. Their ETC taking a lot of damage, getting healed right back up though by the Rhaegar. So it's 2 kills against this Team Orange. So I think that High Inquisitors, they can carry this momentum. They can probably take the objective, although the respawn timers aren't super high now. They're maybe about 30 seconds at this point in the game. So they'll still have a chance to come back and try to take the objective. High Inquisitors seeking their revenge, taking as much fort damage as they can. They're a little hurt that they lost their fort here earlier. So they're gonna do everything they can. There's the Hanzo ult, getting a stun on all 4 team members. But not enough follow-up to get a lot of value out of it. But hey, if it gets them off your fort, it gets them off your fort. Maybe they can defend this. The objective is charged up to 48%, almost 50%. So very quick now. Team Orange is going to have to get on this. High Inquisitors with just a brutal ETC ult, and then excellent job focusing down one of their heroes. Vala able to pick up the Orphea kill and the Diablo kill. If the ETC continues to get their squishy heroes in his ult, there will be no mercy. And the Haka able to continue charging that. This is one of the most boring jobs in the way, by the way. You just sit here and you watch your team have fun without you. I think that this map was banned by the Leoric Jenkins team. I don't know if it's for that reason or not, but that is one downside of this team, is that one of your team members just have to sit there. They are pushing their advantage, this High Inquisitors team pushing forward up to the enemy keep. Not a lot of fear here from them, although the entire Team Orange is up. There's just one person in the Protector, so no gunner at this point. I know that a lot of players feel weird about the gun. Oh, there's the ping, so clearly they want somebody to get into it. Team Orange managing to pick up the kill on Vala and on ETC. Still no one in the gunner position, despite the pings. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication on their team. Not exactly sure. A lot of heroes feel like their contribution will be better outside of the Protector than inside of the Protector, which is another reason that this map, maybe some people aren't a big fan of it. When I played in this tournament last month, this is the game that we very, very nearly won on, but just narrowly lost. And I think that a large reason for that is indecision about who would go into the gunner seat and who would stay out. Looks like Dahaka's perfectly happy to just be the driver. I think it would be funny if he just left the vehicle and they just decided that it wasn't worth it. Yep, there it is. Yep, they're just gonna leave it there. I mean, it only has 1 second left, so that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, Diablo coming in, pushing Dahaka out of the way, flipping him over. Dahaka goes underground. Lili taking a lot of burst damage right there from Orphea, but look at that mosh pit on 2 of the squishiest characters. There's the follow-up, but Gazlo coming in, trying to punish this team. Hanzo ult takes it out. It was very, very close, but I think that Hanzo ult was the final factor that turned that around. And again, it's 2 kills against the Team Orange. Again, they have to win this game if they want to continue to play in the tournament. So there's a lot of pressure on this team to perform well. If they could do this, they get 1 more game and a chance to enter the semifinal round-robin tournament. We have the High Inquisitors putting a lot of pressure on bottom. Meanwhile, a lot of these ranged minions for Team Orange pushing the top. The Haka comes to defend it. They probably, I don't know, they might be able to get it with Gazlo's turrets, but at the same time, there's the trade. Now here's something you see a lot in poorly played quick matches. You'll have a team really pushing on an enemy fort, and then your friendly team will be up here, they'll be up top, and they'll go down to defend it. And inevitably, the left team in this hypothetical scenario will end up taking the fort because they spent all their time rotating. Gazlo taking a ton of damage here. Are they going to be able to follow up and finish him off? Just not quite enough healing despite Brightwing's very best efforts, but a kill on the other side. Team Orange managing to pick up 3 kills. It is still anyone's game. Still slightly behind on Siege. Oh, but look at that. Managing to keep up. Is Hanzo going to be able to jump over? He is, and there's the kill. Excellent play from Hanzo. Excellent play from Hanzo. He's playing extremely well. Again, Hanzo's a scary character. He's scary to play because you'll either... there's a very good chance anytime you queue Hanzo that you'll spend most of the game dead. But a good Hanzo knows how to avoid that, so my hat's off to Darth Revan. Very good player. Team Orange takes the siege camp here. They managed to, I think they might get this turret here. Is Vala going to be able to stop it? I don't think so. I don't think so. No, she does. I was wrong. It's okay. But getting some good siege damage and depriving the enemy team of the opportunity to take their own camp. That's exactly what you want to do. They're grouping to take their turret. And High Inquisitor's still just recouping a little bit, not making any big plays anymore. Are they going to go for this camp? I think it's probably the right call, given that the main objective takes so long to take. You might as well go get your camp. And it looks like High Inquisitors are posturing to maybe put some pressure on it. And if they don't find anybody there, they might take it. But what's worth more, the camp or this bottom fort? I think that they, blue team can see. This is blue team's vision here. They can see. You can see that at least one, maybe two heroes is threatening their fort. They know they might lose that, but if they can get a keep instead, meanwhile, red team is what they see. And they're going to go home and defend, and I think that's absolutely the right call. There goes the Hanzo ult. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Woo! Nothing! But hey, even if 1 out of 100 of those long shots hits, it is absolutely worth it. That's how I play Hanzo too. It's fun. Looks like he's been relegated to the job of sitting back. Meanwhile, a little bit of a team fight going. They're kind of testing each other's strength. And looks like the next fight might be over objective, or perhaps over the siege camp here. We get the ping here on red team. They know that they want it. I mean, they need revenge, right? The High Inquisitors just stole their camp. Of course, they've got to do the same thing to the other people. They have to. They have to. They legally have to take this camp. Hanzo, I mean, using his abilities, keeping those cooldowns running, optimizing, love it. Meanwhile, Diablo and Dahaka just kind of showing each other their mean faces. There goes the Fire Stomp, and there goes the Gazlo ult, catching just Dahaka, but with no follow-up. Dahaka returns with a tongue to the face, and ends up dying for it. This Team Orange doing such... Oh my gosh! I think they might pull this around, and I love it. I love it. Are they going to be able to kill Vala? Probably not. Apparently, Diablo must have been on cooldown there because he didn't push anybody back into their team. But they managed to get the Protector. Hanzo's hard waiting finally paid off. And they are now in the Protector, this time with a Gunner, I might add. And they're going for the bottom fort. Able to put in some pretty dang good damage. It's Hanzo and Diablo in the Gunner. This is great for Hanzo because he can just take a breather. He doesn't have to worry about being Hanzo for the next little bit. He can just shoot people and not worry about getting absolutely demolished by just a little bit of CC, as Hanzo's arm wants to do. That's not a poor review of this Hanzo. He's been awesome. And there goes the core. They're going straight for core. There goes the ult from... Oh, and the follow from Orphea! And they've got 5 seconds, 7 seconds. I think that's it. Absolutely incredible comeback from Team Orange, and the High Inquisitors take the loss. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. An incredible showing. That picks up their second win for this tournament. So no matter what happens, they can hang their heads high. That's the opposite of the phrase. They can hold their heads high.